Tomorrow is Friday, 2nd January 2026, the first real directional test of the new year. And today, the Indian market closed with strength, not noise. Nifty finished at 26,146.55. Bank Nifty closed at 59,711.55. This is important because both indices closed above their recent compression zones. This is no longer just range-bound behavior. This is a breakout attempt that now needs confirmation. Key immediate trigger levels. Nifty. Bullish continuation, acceptance above 26,200. Bull trap risk, failure below 26,050. Bank Nifty. Bullish continuation, acceptance above 59,800. Bull trap risk, failure below 59,300. And remember, the first 15 minutes tomorrow decide whether today's breakout survives. Global market overview, why it matters for India. Globally, markets were largely inactive or thin due to New Year holidays. US markets, closed. Europe, thin participation. Asia, muted. This tells us something critical. Why tried pointing backhand index today's Indian move was domestically driven. When global cues are absent, options positioning, domestic flows, and market psychology dominate price discovery. That gives today's close structural importance, not just sentiment value. Indian market overview. Today's session was qualitatively different from late December trade. What changed? Nifty reclaimed 26,100 plus decisively. Bank Nifty showed clear leadership. Selling pressure dried up quickly. This was not retail chasing. This was short covering plus early fresh institutional positioning. Markets often begin a new year like this. Shorts unwind first. Long conviction builds later. Sector performance today. Leadership sectors. Metals and commodities continued strength. Capital goods optimism on capex cycle. NBFC's relative outperformance. Lagging neutral. IT still cautious, no leadership. FMCG defensive underperformance. Select private banks participation but not aggressive. This confirms risk appetite is improving, but not euphoric. Top gainers and losers. Top gainers. Vedanta Metals leadership plus strong cash flow narrative. L&T capex optimism plus institutional accumulation. Shriram Finance NBFC leadership intact. Top losers. Infosys IT lag during early risk on phase. HUL defensive rotation out. Kotak Mahindra Bank failure to participate in banking rally. These moves reflect sector rotation, not index manipulation. FII DII activity, behavioral read. Even without precise cash numbers, price behavior tells the story. FIIs, short covering plus cautious long initiation. DIIs, supportive but selective. This combination often creates fast initial moves, followed by consolidation if confirmation fails. That's why Friday becomes critical. Technical analysis, Nifty. Close, 26,146.55. Key levels, derived from structure, not guessing. Immediate support, 26,050. Major support, 25,900. Resistance zone, 26,200 26,300. Repeated rejection earlier near 26,200 plus today's close just below it. Is equal to acceptance test pending. Technical analysis, Bank Nifty. Close, 59,711.55. Key levels. Immediate support, 59,300. Major support, 58,800. Resistance zone, 59,800 60,100. Bank Nifty is clearly leading. Leadership confirmation requires sustained trade above 59,800. Nifty options analysis, how levels are derived. Levels are not guesses. They come from highest call OI zones, supply. Highest put OI zones, demand. Recent price acceptance rejection. OI shifting behavior, not absolute OI. Current spoken market read. Call writers concentrated near 26,200. Put writers active near 26,000. Translation. Call writers defending upside. Put writers lifting base. Buyers finally getting breathing space. Inside this zone buyers bleed. Outside this zone writers lose control. Bank Nifty options analysis. Heavy call writing near 59,800 to 60,000. Put writers defending 59,300. Market behavior. Above 59,800 gamma expansion. Below 59,300 breakout failure. This is why Bank Nifty controls Friday's direction. Market psychology. This is not euphoria. This is relief plus curiosity. Early January rallies often fail. If confirmation doesn't follow quickly. Professionals wait for acceptance, not excitement. Important news and drivers. New Year positioning. Absence of global cues. Options-driven price discovery. Domestic optimism, cautious conviction. Structure, headlines. Outlook for Friday, 2nd January 2026. Nifty. Above 26,200 continuation rally. Below 26,050 bull trap and pullback. BankNifty. Above 59,800 leadership confirms. Below 59,300 failed breakout. Pushpin first 15 minutes decide direction. Watchlist for tomorrow, educational, with logic. Vedant Metals leadership. L&T Capital Goods strength. Shriram Finance, NBFC momentum. ICICI Bank leadership confirmation test. Infosys risk sentiment gauge. Axis Bank volatility proxy. Mini educational insert. Why option levels work. Price moves when writers lose control. OI shifts aggressively. Acceptance happens beyond key strikes. That's why levels come first, trades come later. In summary, Nifty, 26,146.55. BankNifty, 59,711.55. Breakout attempt visible. Confirmation pending. Why try pointing backhand index Friday's first 15 minutes decide whether 2026 starts strong or traps bulls. No prediction. Only confirmation.